Hello everyone, Nathan Sivu here. So it's been a few days since my last update. There largely wasn't really anything to report. Although I actually misspoke in the last video. I didn't have an interview the next day, but tomorrow I have a bunch of stuff going on. So and some stuff that happened today, which we'll get to. So let's see. Tomorrow the big things are I've got a meeting with one of those employment matchup places. And so they're going to help me out at in the morning, which is going to be great. And then just confirmed today, there's going to be another interview in the middle of the day, just on the phone, and then finally in the afternoon there's going to be an afternoon face-to-face interview, which so there's a lot going on. And then today there was somebody that I had applied to that responded via email, saying that they wanted to get in touch with me, and then tonight, kind of a surprise came. I actually had an interview tonight over the phone, which was kind of a big surprise. I saw this American number. I live in Canada, by the way. So yeah, it was an American number, and so I was immediately suspicious. I thought, okay, somebody's trying to sell me something, and then lo and behold, I answered the phone. They asked for my name, and they said, they mentioned the name of the company, which I had just applied to the night before. So that kind of caught me off guard. Kind of caught me a whole lot off guard. Kind of in a good way, of course. So we'll get to the advice portion of that, kind of after I've done what I'm saying. So yeah, that place is gonna get back to me in a couple days, and yeah, hopefully between the interviews that I've got tomorrow and the whatever the process is, for the interview that I had this evening, hopefully something will come out of one of those things. I know I should try to apply to more places tonight. I hope I can make time for that. But my priority really probably should be, focusing on what I'm going to say in the interview tomorrow and making sure that's all sharp, because I think the interview it was a pretty loose interview. She the lady on the phone just asked me a few questions, basically just asking some pretty basic stuff really. But I feel like I could have been a little bit more on my A game, so hopefully that doesn't cost me. I have a feeling it won't. She was quite pleasant on the phone. So I guess that kind of brings me to the advice portion of the video, because I kind of like to, I don't want it to be just about me. I want there to be a little bit of takeaway for anybody who's listening. So here's the advice I'd like to dispense. The idea that I had was that I would I would apply to these places, and then if they emailed me or called me and said that they were interested in an interview, I'd make sure that I'd study up and brush up and make sure that I know everything there is to know about the company, at least from what I can tell from their website, that kind of thing. Maybe even see if I can find out more about the person who's going to be interviewing me. It's always good to know those things ahead of time if you can. Yeah, you should really actually do that kind of at the time that you apply, or at the very least very shortly after you apply. Like if you do it during the evening, make sure you do it the next day, kind of thing. Do it in very close approximation to the time that you apply, because one of the first questions she asked was, what was one of the things that you made you want to apply to us, and just about had a fucking panic attack, because that's one of those things that I was planning on studying up on. It was like a pop quiz, but an interview. So yeah, just be prepared. Make sure you don't get into that situation, because you might get a surprise phone interview depending on what field you're in. Yeah, I think that's all I have in terms of advice. And I guess before I end things off, this is a rather short video. I did also kind of want to do a little bit of an update just on my channels. I have more than one as a whole. So I haven't posted my regular gaming video that I do every day. I usually post one every day of the week, and then I take I don't post any on the weekends typically. So I think what I'm going to do as kind of a symbolic gesture of hope this evening for all that's been going on and what's going to be going on tomorrow. As kind of a symbolic gesture of hope, I think I'm going to also, shortly after this video is released, I'm going to release a video, another gaming video. Maybe, I don't know, might be another Cuphead episode. There's a few different ones to choose from. So, yeah, it'll be kind of, for me, it'll be like kind of a symbol of hope that things will be returning to some form of normalcy soon, because you know, like I said in a previous video, if I'm back to posting gaming videos, if I'm back into streaming, that means things are good. That means things are really good again. And if I'm lucky enough that I actually get a confirmation tomorrow or in the next couple days that that I have been hired somewhere, then yeah, I'll absolutely be absolutely be celebrating this weekend by streaming. I mean, it means that I'll have like a couple of weeks. Most likely, I think most likely scenario, I could get hired on somewhere, but it's not going to start in January because, you know, it's so close to the Christmas break. So there'll be like maybe a couple weeks pay that I miss, not unfortunately, but I think it'll at least be a huge relief to if I get promised, you know, in the new year there's another job starting right away. I really hope that that's how it goes. And if it is, yeah, gonna fucking party this weekend, I'll tell you that. So yes, if you're interested, you know, look out for the video that's going to be posted probably pretty soon after this one. Actually, depending on the timing, it may have even been posted before, depending on the platform. Like sometimes BitChute is a little and BitTube as well is a little bit kind of finicky as to which one will actually appear first, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, so that's all for this video, and yeah, if you're in a similar situation as me, hang in there.